You look at talent acquisition as a whole here in the US, and the amount of time that's involved with acquiring talent, training talent, investing in that talent, even if it's an OPT that's facing an expiration, the loss of that individual, then you have to begin that recruitment cycle all over again. And by the time you begin that recruitment cycle all over again, you could have the employee in Canada, which, I think if you told me correctly, time frame wise, 60 days was about the average, but processing has been expanded a little bit in kind of this continued COVID era. If I'm an employer and I come to you and I say, hey, I've got this employee, I'd like to relocate their job to Canada, from a time frame from when I express interest, commit to doing that, what's kind of the average time frame around that?
The total time frame is 2.5 to 3 months. From putting the application together for Canada's work visa program, Global Talent Stream, to going through the steps involved to the work visa being issued. It is a little slower with COVID. It takes longer to do biometrics tests in the US. You have to do your fingerprints. So on the safe side, from start to finish, 3 months.
90 days roughly is the benchmark. You could say plus or minus a few weeks either way, I would guess, right?
I forgot to mention something. You brought this up. You said, what's the replacement cost of this worker? What's their replacement time? You put those factors out there. Replacement cost, everyone's going to say like, oh, that's 50, 60, 70,000. There's some number that HR quantifies very quickly. And then there's the time frame to hire a new worker, ramp them up. Basically, I'm telling them, I'm giving you an option that in less than 3 months, for much less than the cost of replacement, you're going to move this worker across the border. They're going to take their laptop with them, and they start a whole new life in Canada. And the companies, and it's usually a scenario they haven't heard of. And then I turn to the worker and say, your U.S. immigration situation, you already know what it is. It's been made clear to you, but you don't want to take a jump to another country and enter another complicated situation. So I just spell it to them. Your Canadian work visa, it's a 99% chance of being approved. It's 2 years and renewable. By the end of the first 2 years, you will probably qualify for Canadian permanent residence. In 4 to 5 years, you will be a Canadian citizen. There's your path. How are you feeling about this? And you usually see a surprised reaction from both parties, from the company and from the individual worker.